Good afternoon, everybody. This is Gus Barfield, for the Pinpoint Podcast. Another beautiful day on Friday. We're here today with Mr.
How y'all doing today?
Minorities.
How y'all doing today on this Friday down here in the ATL?
Well, it's cold. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is cold today, you guys. It's cold out here.
Well, today we're going to be a little more laid back. We're relaxing today. We're going to sit back. I hope y'all have fun with us. We're going to talk about, pinpointing this business. But today, we're going to get into minority business owners and how that relates with commercial real estate. Is that how I'm saying it? Is that right to me?
Yeah,
you
basically we're going to talk about minority business owners doing business with other minority business owners on the commercial side.
All right, okay.
Now we're going to talk about today on Friday.
Okay, now me personally, I'm still learning the business side of this, right? So how does it work when you're a minority business owner and you got to work with other minorities? You know how we are, like I was telling you my story. I was like, I assume that other brothers is going to try to shaft me. Every time I used to sell cars, that's what happens. I'd be like, all right.
Wow.
I had to. I mean, if they come at the same time, no disrespect to all my brothers, but if a white guy and a black guy came to me buy my car, I'm going to say the black guy I'm going to have to actually tell him 5,000 versus what I want to get my 3,000. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm going to rise
like
up.
that.
It's so, I mean, I know that's a bad assumption of us, but we that's how I see it when I'm dealing with business with other black people. Do you feel like that when you're dealing with like that when it comes to real estate or like commercial real estate, like they're gonna try to shaft you? I mean, I'm just asking because I want to know.
Now that's a real good question. You know what I'm saying? And to answer the question, I gotta be today is what we call the Friday egg. Let it all out, right?
Uh-huh.
Let it all out.
Let it all out on Friday.
Well, doing business with other minority business owners could be a bit challenging because we have a tendency to not to give the same respect to one another like the other ethnics. Asian, they respect other Asians doing business. Chinese respect the other Chinese, Japanese, Hispanic, white, and so forth. It seems like with the minority business owner doing it with other minority business owners, it's always got to be something. They're always trying to count your money.
Right. Yeah.
They want everything almost for free, if damn near free, if not free. And they always come and want to tell you your business, and you got to sometimes sit back and say, well, if you know everything, what you need me for?
Right.
Me being blessed, being in business, have been in business for 20 plus years. I've seen the highs, the lows, the woes, and the foes. I have an understanding on how to deal with minority business owners, such as myself.
Well,
I don't get in a habit. Well, not even a habit. I don't do it at all.
Okay.
Just because I have a bad experience, just say with you, I have a bad experience on a commercial loan.
Uh-huh.
I don't go down the line and say I don't want to do no more business with us because I cannot do that. Each individual, you judge them individually, and because you have a lot of good people that understand business, such as myself, and they're gonna respect the other person just as well as myself. Like when I go to a minority business owner to a restaurant, because I used to own a couple of restaurants. One of the things people always did was say, "Hey, who the business owner? Who this? Who own this business? Who that? Why? Because you done heard somebody African American or American, because we're American. They put a title in front of Black American, African American. But somebody on the business. Have you went to Papados to say who own that business?
Right.
You go to Red Lobster, who own that business? You go to Chili. You go to all the other. Why, when you find out it's a minority business owner, you want to need to know, just to try to get something. So I had that in my restaurant business where people come and then when they find out you're a minority business owner, they want to try to scam you. Hey, the food was cold, the this was that. I had a couple of stories I'll tell you about that later on. But you have those type of issues. Like even with Pinpoint, when people come over, they want to do something different than what they would do if you went to another Fortune 500 lender or you went over to a bank. They be respectful, get them the things they need, versus coming to Pinpoint, see a minority business owner. or I'm gonna tell you what you need, and I need you to do it like this.
Right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The respect don't never gonna go.
Right.
But I don't do what most other minority business. I don't mess with us. I ain't doing no business with us. That's not fair to say because not everybody is like that. Because obviously you're not like that.
Right.
So doing business with us could sometimes be very challenging. However, I'm a minority business owner and I like doing business with us or anybody, any other minority. However, well, fortunately, some people may say unfortunately, you end up dealing with business with people of your race.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you do have its challenges, but I'll forever do business with us. Because I am one and I can't put us down,
Right.
because then I'll be putting myself down.
Right. I'm the same. I'm the same too when it comes down to like business anyway. Yeah, you know you deal with it, but you also like the good stories too. Like I told you, when I assume wrong, I feel good to know that I helped out this man come to me saying, look, I really didn't have enough money. Could you work with me? And then his daughter get on the phone and say, thank you, I'm about to head to college. So I feel you when it comes down to that. But I want to keep going into this. I see we say, being a minority business owner, do you run into people trying to scam and fraud you? We talked about that. Or by using CPN numbers. Hey, talk to me as if I'm new to it, which I am. When you say by using CPN numbers, what do you mean by that? Like,
well, I can tell you like this here. That's an in-depth story. Well, I'm just not gonna say people try to use CPN numbers just to come to minority-owned businesses, but they feel like that's the easiest way to go to deceive.
okay,
The CPN number is what credit privacy number that they're supposed to use.
okay,
However, a lot of people take it and use because their derogatory credit is not up to par.
Right.
Instead of fixing their derogatory credit,
they go get
a CPN number.
Got it.
And use that as in replacement of their Social Security number. And when you do that, whether you go to a bank, lender, pinpoint, or any other brokerage firm, what you're doing is saying, hey, this is my credit background when it's not. And what a lot of them don't understand when you do that is you committing fraud.
Right.
Because that was that statute 18 USC 1001, you commit fraud because you're basically saying, hey, this is who I am, but it's not who you are.
Right.
Because on that document, when it asks for a Social Security number, it's clearly showing
that it doesn't matter.
It asks for your Social Security, but you're putting in replacement this CPN.
Got you.
So you committed fraud right there. And they have a tendency to come to minority business owners with these numbers. And what they don't realize that they do, like say if I got you a loan through the company, and we use one of our lenders or one of our banks that we are partnered up with, that loan go bad, then that loan comes back on pinpoint.
Okay.
Now you done jeopardize my business that it took me 20 plus years to build. For what? A commission check?
Right.
For $1? I don't think so. But they have a tendency to come through that, and yes, they find a smaller companies that they will want to come to try to get over on.
So you ran into this lot?
Yeah, I've ran into it, but I put the brakes on it. Like I said, I've been in business, God bless, 20 plus years, and I kind of know it. Yeah, I mean, because I know the area, I know the code for what states or what they issue the Social Security number in. Like, I'm from Texas, they have a 449 number. California might have this number. I know up in New York it's a 006 something number. But anyway, it's code I don't know about heart.
Right.
But however, of course, you can kind of know, you know the codes of where they from. If they say they from Texas, but they come and give you a Social Security number start with a 0, you know there's something funny about it.
Gotcha.
But what they don't realize is you put that company or that bank or that lender in a jeopardy, and a lot of them, when you come to the small business owners, you make them suffer way more than your larger companies, larger banks and lenders, because they have the money to regroup. That smaller business might have to go through some changes. You know what I mean? Not saying that they might not have the money, but that money is suck them out if they have to pay back $1 million loan, or if they have to pay back something, or even worse than that, that lender who you've been making money with cut you off and don't want to do no more loans because it's cut like that. Well, it's only one loan. Like at one point of time when I was doing residentials back in the 1900s and 90s and in the early 2000s, I had a 0% foreclosure, non-foreclosure ratio, meaning every loan that we underwrote, every loan that we put a person in, nobody foreclosed in for years.
Really?
Because I scrutinize, I underwrite the loan, and I make sure this person can afford this loan. And you had people like, say when the IOs was out, which is interest only loans, when IOs was out, you had a lot of people, minorities, and I speak of minorities because that's what I deal with.
Right.
You had a lot of minorities come here and trying to get an IO loan. You had the Ninas, no income, no assets. You had the no doc loans. You know,
no income, no access.
Yeah, they used to be called Nina loans. No income, no assets.
How can you get a loan? Okay, no income.
Because you had the credit score, you had the credit. So based off your credit, you saying this is what you make. This is this.
Okay.
It wasn't verified. But however, so you increasing your income to a $4.5 million house because you're getting an IO loan, and that IO loan would have a 2% or 1% interest rate, and you had a 228 or a 327 arm, which is adjustable rate mortgage. And when you had them mortgages like that, a person don't realize you miss a payment, it's going to be hard for you to refinance. You can, but you're going to have a high interest rate.
Gotcha.
But if you don't refinance it, but after that 2 years up, your rate going to go up anyway. It is going to put you in what we call a payment shock. Payment shock, where your mortgage payment was $500,000 house, it was only $1,000.
Right.
It done jumped up because your interest rate jumped up to 7%. Now your mortgage payment go from $1,000 to $5,000.
Okay.
And that's what the note's supposed to be anyway. On $500,000 home.
You're right.
So while we had a 0% ratio, if one of the loan officers getting ready to close you right before closing, because we did all our closing back then at our location, I would review that file and say, oh, whoa. This is Mr. Gus.
Right.
This is primary resident. Yeah, this is primary resident. Well, then, hey, he can't get this. That's really and truly, IO loan was really and truly for investors.
Okay.
You buying that house to flip.
Okay.
And what you had a lot of people doing is come and increase their income because you're a minority business owner. So you have to do a lot of that to catch it. Because if you foreclose within that 6 months, which a lot of them did, that bank, that lender will come back to me, which is my business partner, and say, hey, you got to buy this loan back. If they don't refinance and pay this money back, you got to pay it back. So you have a lot of minority, they'll come selectively pick. We're not talking about all. We're just talking about the ones who out there doing the scam.
Right.
They pick minority business owners to come and try to pass off a CPN number, try to pass off inflation of what they say they make, try to pass. So you got to be very careful of that. And through underwriting that pinpoint, that's why we here to make sure when we underwrite this file, we go in depth. And that's one of the things that separates us. So with minority business owners, to go back to your question, of course they come and try to pass it off, but you know.
You've been doing it 20 plus years, and I can kind of.
But through experience, I've learned to catch it because you don't want to get caught up.
Right.
So I got a child I got to take care of.
That's right.
In college. I ain't got time for you want this temporary money or temporary loan because you probably ain't going to pay it back if you're using some type of number.
Right.
You're not taking the time to fix your own credit. So you getting on board with the scam. Hey, I got a CPN number. Hey, I got this. Man, don't bring none of that to me. That's what you use. I'm cool with it. But go to them banks and lenders who can afford the law.
Right.
I can't afford the law.
Gotcha.
And I don't respect you for disrespecting me to try to pass it off. If anything, you say, ain't going to do this to my brother.
Right.
Let me do this over to somebody who got it to lose. I don't have it to lose. So I got to be more scrutiny than others.
Gotcha. Okay. We're going to move on. I hope y'all paid attention to that. We're moving on to, look, it's how you feel about entertainers and athletes not doing business with minorities. And I'm going to start going to that one. I've seen the frown face from everybody when Michael Jordan. I know you remember Michael Jordan when he saw the everything started happening with scandals or the police and everything. He was like, I don't have anything to do with none of that. It's just going off the top of where I see how athletes, they try to stay away from, like you said, the scams, the CPNs, and of course, I hate to say it, but minorities, we get labeled with it. So, like I'm asking you, how do you feel about the entertainment? Like, are you getting the door? Is the door being knocked down right now by entertainers and athletes calling you a pinpoint? Are they hitting you up for it? Because you know they all in the business, but they probably going down at the other brokers instead of you. How do you feel them not coming down here and giving you the opportunity, knowing that you're a minority with them? We should be doing brother to brother, but entertainers and athletes don't. They try to run off from that. They go somewhere else. Like, I'll deal with this. this Caucasian person who probably won't scam me over or probably will give me the best interest or probably deal with me better than the minority. That's just my opinion of what I see.
Well, let me ask you a question before I jump dead into that. Mm-hmm. You ever seen American Greed that come on CNBC?
I seen it. I haven't watched it, but I did see that.
That's one of the shows I love watching. I like watching that and Shark Tank. I like to watch everything about the money. But anyway, American Greed comes on CNBC. They have their different episodes. And what you'll find amazing and shocking is it's not us that's on there doing the greed as much.
Okay.
The majority is the other ignorance versus us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't put us down in no shape, no form, no fashion because a lot of us, the way we were raised, you might have been raised in poverty. You ain't have nobody to teach you this way and lead you this way. But not all minorities do far because I know my mother, my sisters, they don't.
Right. I
got friends of mine who are very blessed and successful. They most definitely don't. I got buddies of mine who built their business from the ground up with hard work, coming straight out the hood,
right.
And they've sold their businesses for $5 million, $10 million, signed a non-compete agreement, stayed away for 2 years, come back and redo it and sold it again. So no, not all of us once again is that. However, to go back to what you talked about, we're entertainers, athletes, and whomever minority business owner. I'm like this here. They got a right to choose whoever they want to do business with. And with me, no, I don't feel no type of way with nobody who don't do business with Pinpoint. Okay. Because that's their prerogative, that's their money, that's the money. It's about marketing. If you market and get and they trusting you to do it, well then that's fine. You understand? But yes, we have that conditioned mind to where a lot of us a lot of the athletes, a lot of the entertainers, they have a conditioned mind to where they don't trust us for whatever reason they have, because remember the key word, condition. They feel automatic, they train, they go back and I'm a spiritual guy, but you go back to your biblical days. You go back to your slavery days. You go back to your William Lynch days. Let me show you how to condition a person's mind. Let me show you how to control a race of people. Let me show you how to rule and then it's going to set for you. So not to get into that at all, but that has a lot to do with everything to this day. So if somebody's meant to do business with you, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with the business. It's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. As long as you do good business, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's going to come around if that's what it's meant to be. Everybody position themselves because we are the architect of our fortunes as well as our misfortunes. And if you live by what you stand for, it's going to be presented to you what you're supposed to have. So have I done entertainers, athletes, and rappers in the past? Of course I have. I'm down here in Atlanta, I move around, I've been in business for a while. The question that should have been asked, would I rather do business with them or rather do business with you? I would rather do business with a business owner. Right. I would rather do business with a regular person because the entertainers, when they do elect a minority business owner, they come with a sense of arrogance with the nose down. Yeah. And I'm not here to pacify, cater, and I damn sure don't kiss no ass to do no business with nobody. Because you're going to give everyone here at Pinpoint that level of respect. And you're going to allow us to be professionals. And a lot of them, when they do business with minority business owners, they don't give them that. Now, whether they're getting scammed and all of that from the past, what you hear, they get scammed from others too.
They do.
I had a good friend of mine, I won't call his name, but a very good friend of mine, grew up with him, went to high school together. He came out to Atlanta, got traded from Atlanta in 1991. I moved down here in 1991. He got scammed by his finances. He was not a minority, he was white. So you got a lot. Hi, I'm Mr. Minorities with Pinpoint Commercial Underwriters and Pinpoint Brokers. Here to talk to you about allowing us to represent you, helping you get over the choppy waters away from the landlord sharks who will ensnare you into a one-sided lease. Here at Pinpoint, we'll keep you out of the rough. Told you. Over the choppy waters. Let Pinpoint guide you. If you don't know how to swim in the commercial real estate world, allow Pinpoint to get you over the water and down the green pastures. For your business, it's very important that you find the right commercial property for your next location. Whether you're purchasing or whether you're leasing, you want to make the right sinkhole. And here at Pinpoint, we ain't no please. At Pinpoint, we ain't no please. Don't trust your business to a subpar commercial real estate company. Come to Pinpoint and let us point you in the right direction for your next commercial real estate deal. Sand trap are a lot like landlords. Don't let get stuck in a one-sided lease. Let Pinpoint get you out of that sand trap. Just like that dead-end lease. Get onto the green. Let Pinpoint point you in the right direction for all your commercial real estate and financial needs. Visit us at pinpointbrokers.net. Also like and follow us on Pinpoint Commercial Underwriters and Pinpoint Foundation, as well as Pinpoint Film. And remember, Pinpoint can point you in the right direction, even if it's on the green. Peace, we out. Scam from their finance advisor. I mean, you sitting up here letting a financial advisor, because he is a different agent than you are, what he does, you let him pay your bills. Now, who the hell does that? Yeah. And you'll trust him to do that. You won't trust me to do that, or yourself to do that, like the mama did, paid her own bill. So you, when they doing stuff like that, things that happen to them. So if they do business with you, they're gonna want, hey, how much you make, how much you this, well, you know. What I tell people all the time, before you get into what I make or you make, it's all, everything is disclosed for whatever we do, first of all. Yeah. But however, I'm not in business for free. But if you're not making the money that this particular business makes, won't you change your career? Right. So that's what you have to understand. Or if you want to monitor what a person makes, which you should, what fees are being charged of that. But however, if you say do it basically for free, don't charge nothing, hey, I gotta understand for that. But you gotta understand, you know, you can hit that door, don't call us no more. Right. I'm cool with any of that, because I'm a firm believer. What's meant for you, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's gonna happen. As long as you carry yourself in a professional way and people know you from the mark that you made, and you live by what you stood for, they're gonna understand this is what it is. So when you got minority business owners, when you got entertainers and stuff like that that elect to do business with others, you see down the line, that's why the majority of them end up going broke, spending their money. But they spending their money as well. They ain't just, you know, they spending their money and then others are spending their money too. So I don't walk it towards them. Okay. If they come to Pinpoint, hey, we'll oblige them. But you don't market. You don't market it. No. It's not. I can't be no. I ain't never been no groupie. Yeah, running around. I market business. Right. Period. And if somebody refer them, they understand. Which you know, beginning of my business, the business grew strictly when we was in 6 different states. It grew strictly on referral-based business. Had nothing to do with us targeting a certain market. Like I see a lot of real estate agents, female preferably, they come out and because they cute, nice face, nice waist. First thing they want to do, we're gonna market the athlete. We're gonna market this. Listen here, groupie. pinpoint broker might not be. You got Keller Williams, Remax, who don't care. But we ain't doing all. You can market what you want to market, but we got other people with money. Like down here in Atlanta, you got them with money. In Houston, you got them with money, and they ain't seen. So no, we're gonna market period business. But if you want a particular target, there's nothing wrong with an individual doing what he or she wants to do. We market it because we respect everybody in their business. So I'm not gonna cater nowhere different from you than we will from this person just because they'll start. I respect both the same, and I appreciate anybody that gives Pinpoint the opportunity, minority or not, to do business with us.
Okay, I got that. Do you also do? And this is a question I'm dying to want to know. Do you do like contracts? Like let's just say, City of the Cab wants to open 5 new schools, but you know they're not gonna have do they have their own government for that, or do they go through like let's say brokers and then you find the 5 buildings for them? I just want to know like, and they're paid like you to actually go out and find them 5 buildings to actually make some new schools at. You know what I'm saying? You understand where I'm coming from with that? Like, or do you like parks? Or I'm just naming like, do contract people call you and ask you like, I need 7 new gas stations, you know, and I need to see if you can go find them for me in the Atlanta metro area, and I got this much to spend. Boom. Is that how it works? Or I'm just trying to learn this.
Right, I understand. Well, this is how they work. When you got your different cities, your different states, what they do, you got to, like in the city of Atlanta, I'll give you an example. Well, what you got to do is be listed because they have so many projects that they have to give out to minority business owners. Okay. And you have to you got to register with them, make sure your business and everything is in compliance, and you register with them, and then you bid on them type of jobs. So okay. Yes, as Pinpoint brokers,
do you do that?
Yes. Right, the licensed real estate side, we have our agents, and we will bid to see if they would use our firm to find those locations that they get ready to build or purchase.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of them do purchase. Now, a lot of companies like Kroger's and everywhere else, they have their own REIT. What a REIT is, a real estate investment trust, REIT, REIT. They have their and they set their real estate firm up. So when it's time for them to scout out land, whether they want to lease it, do what we call ground lease, or whether they want to purchase it, they find people within their company to go out there and find, and they look for licensed commercial agents. You got a lot of agents out here, minorities, and they say, hey, we do commercial, but 90% of your earned income is residential, so you don't do commercial.
Gotcha.
So you wouldn't really know how to get a contract like that. With Pinpoint, we train our agents to know how to get contracts like that, commercial. And we had a client where they wanted 3 gas station locations, and then a few what they call them smoke shops that they smoke shop hookahs and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we had 6 different commercial properties we looking for them, and we got that contract through referral base. But they used to use one company, I can't remember the company, one real estate firm to locate them, and we were blessed and fortunate enough they came to us to start finding these locations. So again, go back into your question here, of course, when you're dealing with the city, you have to register with them before you could get okay. And then you have to bid.
I got you.
Now, as far as being a licensed brokerage firm, then you have to do business with them for them to say, hey, and then they want to see how you do business, how you negotiate with them. Do you know how to do a performance? Do you know what this area is? Did you do your research? Right. So it's a lot to go in that, because when you're talking about somebody spending millions and billions,
right,
you don't want nobody who say they know how to do commercial real estate but don't know nothing about commercial real estate. Our largest loan that we had to honor to somebody trust and Pinpoint to do was $1 billion, and it was a property out in New Jersey. It was one of the
towers.
No. It was Casino. One of the casinos.
Okay.
Won't disclose all that information.
Okay.
But anyway, they contacted us to do their loan for them because they was putting down. I think they put down like 300 million, but somebody ended up buying them out. But we had the honor of that, and the reason how that deal came to Pinpoint is because they know that we've closed loans of that magnitude before. So what I'm saying is that's the largest loan. So yes, at Pinpoint we have an understanding of that, but in order for you to get those type of contracts, you got to be registered with the cities and the counties where they doing them. You got to be able to know how to bid on them. You got to be able to know how to do a performer and all of that. They just ain't gonna give it to you because
you just say
cute or somebody because you're a minority. No, it ain't gonna do that. No, they do little stuff like that to try to show favors within.
Right.
But the majority of the time, you got to be able to be registered and know how to bid on it.
Okay. All right. Well, look, keep going. I see right here is how do you see commercial real estate and new business going in 2018? Like I said, I've been noticing. I'm starting to see buildings that were empty. They're starting to be built in. I'm starting to see even residentials where they stopped the neighborhood when the recession hit. They're starting to continue without to finish the projects now.
Right.
So, I mean, how do you see the commercial real estate for 2018? Or the residential or commercial? How do you see it for 2018?
Well, I see 2018 to be a very, very, very blessed and prosperous year for anybody that's in this industry, be you on the residential side or the commercial side or the financing side on any part, to be very prosperous for 2018. They have really been building, the economy has been turning around, you know what I mean? Because you do see a lot of buildings, especially out here in Atlanta. You got
Amazon coming up here and all this.
They're trying to get up here. And one thing about it is, with real estate, you can't never lose.
Right.
No matter what type of recession. It's 5 businesses I always tell people that if you're in and you ain't caught up into all the hoopla about it doing bad, if you're in and you know what you're doing, you can never lose. And the first one is real estate. And the reason why I say real estate, you gotta have somewhere to live.
Right.
You gotta have somebody and that's real estate. You gotta have somewhere, a hospital, somebody purchasing that land to build up a hospital.
Right.
Prisons, county jail, somebody purchasing that land to house inmates. You got businesses, somebody gonna be leasing or somebody's gonna be purchasing to put their business, selling or buying. Real estate is always gonna be there.
Right.
So that's one thing, and you gotta know how to maneuver through the times of crisis, and then also you gotta know when to be in it, when it's being prosperous. Right now it's prosperous. Another one next is transportation. No matter what, you got to be able to get there by train, plane, bus, car, some kind of way you got to get there. Transportation, always going to be selling. So it might go up and down, but if you know how to stick around, you're going to always be able to make some money. You just got to know how to adjust. Like one of my books, I used to always have a lot of employees.